Yes, now bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV, finalising our listen through of the EP by the band Unbroken Wings, entitled Number One Beautiful. It makes me wonder how many records this act put out and to what the to what receptivity the audience gave them, because I'm not familiar with the band Unbroken Wings. Really, I've seen the band pop up once or twice. I know they're legitimate. I know they're definitely a legitimate act, but I've not really caught too much reference of them. Generally speaking, as you can tell, it's 2:30 in the morning where I am. Oh, Boxing Day initially, but the 27th of December right now. If you're on YouTube seeing this, you're probably, not going to see this until the middle of next year. So let me know when you do see this. But this was recommended by my good friend Joel, who I know as the metalcore connoisseur, because I would say at this point, all of the metalcore content on this channel derives from my man Joel. He puts me on some good records. Definitely some fantastic early to mid 2000s acts that I bypassed, but are so applicable to my musical upbringing because they are adjacent to the styles of music I was interested in back then. So it's fantastic to hear these sort of bands. It's an EP, so we've got 6 tracks, arguably 5 because the first song on this record had a different artwork, but we listened to the playlist as was. So call it 6 tracks. The first track had the same sound engineering, same guitar tones and such as the rest of the record, so I assume it was 6 tracks. So yeah, first thing that I paid attention to was the guitar work's quite fuzzy. The guitar tone is fuzzy as opposed to like sturdy and stubborn and jabby. But that's not a bad thing because it really adds a different aesthetic to the sound, a different soundscape that you don't really get generally when it comes to bands like this. So that means like the breakdowns are tight. They're like a little bit, there's a bit of fluff to them. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. It's quite abnormal in the sense that you don't generally get it, but it's not a bad thing whatsoever. We've got clean vocals, we got harsh vocals, and we've got a well-concentrated 6 tracks worth of music. If this record was put out, nowadays as like a debut or like a demo-esque sort of situation for a band up and coming, performing regularly local, people would like it. Yeah, people would definitely like it. Plenty of moshes, for the breakdown sections. This style of music is making a comeback. In this day and age, 2024, coming into 2025, and this metalcore style, this windmill style of music is making a comeback. There's a lot of bands who are taking on the whole sound, if not the actual general aesthetic of this style of music, and they're doing very well with it. So this is a cool record. It stood the test of time. The guitar work's cool, drumming's cool, especially on the breakdowns. It's nice that you just have a driven E-chug breakdown, man. We don't get that nowadays, really, so it's nice to hear. Vocals were alright. Couple of good lines in here, couple of good lines from what I picked up on. Bass guitar, more or less non-existent. I can't really clock onto too much bass line in this. Couple of samples which worked, like sort of allowed the record to flow a little bit. I'm not going to do the record a disservice by rating it out of 10. I thought it was quite good. From the credits in the YouTube description, there's no reference of a label, so I don't know if this was purely independent. If so, that is cool, and it sounds like they spent a couple of quid on the sound engineering. So as an independent project, if that was the case, I got to give props and respect to that, because, that's good. That's heart and soul, when you pay a little bit of money to the sound engineer to ensure that you get a good project and you're paying out your own pocket. I respect that. I don't really talk. I've never spoken about that on this channel ever, but that's something I really respect from an artist and a band, because I've been there, and I know, when you're knocking around in a band and stuff, and people have responsibilities and blah blah blah. It's not cheap. It's not cheap to do. So yeah, this was a good record. I enjoyed it. I'm curious as to what else this band did. And with that, I'm signing out. Peace.